folks, welcome to another Hammond Collection review on Jurassic Collectibles. Today we have got Claire Dearing from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. As you can see, pretty good look at the figure in the packaging just there. This one does look pretty decent. There were some initial releases of this one where the likeness wasn't that great, but my buddy Tim sort of waited for a bit, picked up a new one, and we have a figure with a much better likeness, luckily, so I'm quite excited to look at this one. You can see Claire Dearing. When Claire Dearing learns about the imminent eruption of a volcano on Isla Nublar, she travels back to save as many dinosaurs as possible. After some close calls on the island and later at the Lockwood estate, her determination and drive never waver. And you've got a closer look at the Pyroraptor, Delta, the Ferrozinosaurus and the Giganotosaurus. Reviews on all of those are inbound. Now we're going to address the elephant in the room. This figure is releasing alongside a different version of Owen. So we have a Jurassic World Owen, but a Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Claire. For some reason, Mattel and Universal are very unwilling to acknowledge Claire's appearance in Jurassic World, but I really feel like this should have been a figure of Claire in the white outfit from Jurassic World. We do have this version of Claire that is very similar to this figure. Looking at the Hammond Collection one, it is leaps and bounds better, but we do have this version of Claire already. So let's crack this one open and take a closer look. Interestingly enough, this figure comes with swappable arms, just like Ellie Sattler did, and unfortunately she doesn't come with the rifle that she uses when she fights the Indoraptor. A slightly interesting choice to not include weapons in this line. I can understand not putting weapons with these characters if these were products for children, but they're not products for children. This is a collector's line, so I don't see why giving them weapons is an issue, but it does appear to be. If we zoom ourselves in, take a closer look at Claire, you can see we have the figure and the accessories. The alternate arms we will take a look at actually on the figure. We do get this backpack. If we just get that in focus. And we do have some paint for some actual gold hooks on here, which does look pretty good. There is a decent amount of sculpted detail in there. Looks pretty solid. You can see that is a nice looking backpack, and it has got straps which are quite loose. Interestingly, these aren't as loose as the straps on the Chaos Theory backpacks, and they don't actually pop out. So they could have done that, they could have maybe made it open, but in this case it is purely an aesthetic piece. And we will put it on the figure. Let's get her arms in the right position. And it slips on nicely, does slip on very easily. The head maybe will struggle. No, there we go. There is clearance for the ponytail as well. And you can see that slips on the figure nicely. Sits fairly well with the ponytail as well. So I can't complain about that. That is a very decent inclusion here actually. If we then take a look at Claire herself, you can see that her trousers are interestingly the colour of Owen's sort of cargo jacket from the Hammond Collection Jurassic World figure. You can see that's pretty much identical. I'll show you the figure I had there in a second. You do get paint for the belt buckle just there, which is fairly decent. The flexible jacket, because obviously that is removable. The arms, the hands have got like the little cuffs around them, which you can see just there. And then the face sculpt is better on the later versions. This one had an absolute nightmare when it released. The likeness was not great at all. But later versions of this release, you can see from certain angles there is a bit of Bryce Dallas Howard in there. Is it as good as the Owen head sculpt? Absolutely not. But it's not horrific. So that on its own, when we compare it to the original release of Claire, is definitely a lot better. But like I say, the cool feature with this one is the ability to pop off the jacket and have her vested appearance from sort of the third act, really, of Fallen Kingdom. So we'll just get these arms in here. I have to admit, the torso does look a little bit funky. She does look quite butch. I don't think Bryce Dallas Howard looks like that, so interesting choice there. I do think the Hammond Collection struggles with proportions a little bit, but there you can see this appearance of Claire. Again, it's a decent enough likeness, decent enough figure. I think it looks slightly awkward, but not as awkward as Ellie did, to be honest with you. I think they've got the feminine proportions a lot better on this figure than the previous one. And if we place Claire down, we can bring in my custom Fallen Kingdom Hammond Collection Owen Grady, or sort of Owen Grady Hammond and Legacy Collection Kit Bash. And you can see they look really good together. So all in all, I do like this version of Claire. I actually think the latter head sculpt releases have really upped its appeal, in my opinion. I think she looks a lot better. And I think that it's cool to get more and more humans. I do hope that we start to get characters we haven't seen before now. So maybe Franklin, who was originally going to be released in Legacy Collection. Maybe a version of Wheatley from Hammond Collection, just to get the updated articulation. But we will see what the future has in store. For now, this has been another Hammond Collection review. Make sure to like, favourite and subscribe. And until the next time, take care and have a great week.